Do you think you understand your cat? Did you know that cats have nearly 300 facial expressions and that they meow only to communicate with humans? We have gathered 5 fascinating facts about feline communication that will help you better understand your furry friend. So make sure to watch this video until the end to learn how to speak your cat's language. For a long time, it was believed that cats had very limited and hard to read facial expressions, especially compared to dogs. However, in a recent study, scientists spent many hours observing cats' social interactions at a cat cafe in California and identified 276 distinct facial expressions. Of those recorded expressions, 45% were classified as friendly, 37% as aggressive, and the rest were ambiguous. This shows that cats' social lives are far richer and more complex than we once thought, and that they have a sophisticated visual language for communicating with each other, one we are only beginning to decode. So take a closer look at your pet. Your cat isn't just staring at you with a calm expression. Even a slight ear twitch, combined with narrowed eyes and relaxed whiskers, can mean something. What cat owners have long suspected has now been confirmed by scientists. Slow blinking is a form of positive communication between cats and humans. The study consisted of 2 parts. In the first part, cat owners slowly blinked at their pets. The results showed that cats were much more likely to respond with slow blinks when their owners initiated this kind of dialogue. In the second part, people slowly blinked at unfamiliar cats and then extended their hands. The cats were significantly more likely to approach the hand of a stranger who had first spoken to them through slow blinking. Scientists explain that in the animal world, direct staring is often seen as a sign of threat. Slow closing of the eyes, on the other hand, demonstrates trust and the absence of hostile intent. Did you know that cats meow exclusively for humans? If you observe adult cats communicating with each other, you will hear hissing, growling, purring, or wailing, and see a complex body language. Kittens meow only to get their mother's attention when they need food, warmth, or help. It turns out that adult cats meow specifically to communicate with people. Over 10,000 years of domestication, cats have learned that humans do not easily read their subtle body signals, but they do respond well to sounds that resemble a baby's cry. That is why cats started meowing, and it became the most effective way to manipulate humans. Every meow is a message for the owner: feed me, open the door, or pet me. Many cats even develop an entire repertoire of meows with different tones and intonations for different requests. Have you ever called your cat by name, only to see it lazily twitch an ear without even turning its head? Don't worry, it isn't ignoring you. Scientists have found that cats respond much better to visual cues than to voices. In an experiment, researchers tried to get cats' attention in 3 different ways, using only voice, only visual gestures, and a combination of both. The results were clear. Cats reacted more often when a visual signal or a combination of signals was used. Voice alone turned out to be the least effective form of communication. Scientists explain that the survival of cats as predators for thousands of years depended on their ability to silently track prey and detect even the smallest movements in their surroundings. Their brains are therefore wired to process visual information more efficiently. So when you want to call your cat, just pat your knees or point to the food bowl. The ability of domestic cats to recognize their owners' voices is well known. Until recently, it was believed that this skill developed over thousands of years of domestication. However, scientists have now proven that this ability is shared by the entire cat family. Researchers studied 25 wild cats from zoos and wildlife reserves, including lions, tigers, snow leopards, and clouded leopards. The animals were played audio recordings of both familiar and unfamiliar people, saying their names and common phrases. All of them responded more quickly to the voices of familiar humans than to those of strangers. This discovery suggests that the ability to form individual bonds with members of another species did not emerge as a result of domestication. It is an ancient cognitive trait, deeply rooted in the brains of all feline species. Which of these facts surprised you the most? Have you ever tried slow blinking at your cat? Tell us about it in the comments. And if you want to keep discovering more fascinating stories, make sure to subscribe to the channel and like this video.